So sometimes, and it might be the case for some of you, then our experience is that particularly in the morning the stream of compulsive negative thinking is very, very strong. Yeah. And if I would have the solution for that, I would make millions. And so I don't have the solution for that. Yeah. And we are all different, so we all have our own path, and different things work for us at different moments in our life. But that is one possibility, if we see in a gentle way, if we can bring, without, kind of to give up, to fix it. Yeah, that's the first thing. Okay. Compulsive, destructive thinking, I accept you. And accepting does not mean to say, I accept you for 5 minutes, and then you go away. Yeah? But accepting means, I accept you, even if you stay with me for the rest of this life. Which is a possibility. So that could be already to give you some space, it's still horrible, yeah, but it's okay. So and then see if there is within the 5 senses and the 6th sense, which is nothing mystical, it's the mental sense. If there is an object, a neutral object or a positive object, where you can not as starting a war, but to shift something else into the foreground. And that could be something neutral, like the breath. That could be something more positive, like movements, to do some yoga, to do prostrations. In the Buddhist tradition we have this prostrations. To look at something. Yeah? So it can be any object of the 5 senses. To look at something which is neutral or positive. To hear, so can be also sound. Nice music. Yeah, it's not. That's meditation. People think it does not matter. It's you can cultivate mental stability with any object of the 5 senses. And I'm not saying this is it's easy like that and you do it, but if it's like that, then let's use it for something. Yeah? If it's like that we suffer, and we all more or less suffer from compulsive, destructive, compulsive, harmful thinking. And so that's objects of the 5 senses, but then there is also the possibility to use the 6th sense, which is the mental sense, which is your capacity to see mental images and to see your thoughts. Yeah? I could tell you now, think about a pizza. There it is, the pizza. Yeah? somewhere, I don't know. Maybe you can all visualize it here, on top of my head, on top of my hands. So there it is. Yeah. So how do you perceive it? With your mental sense. And in the Tibetan tradition, you work a lot with that, with positive mental talk and positive images. Yeah. So a positive images in the Tibetan tradition is, for example, Jesus. I mean, they didn't use Jesus, but they're equivalent of Jesus. Yeah. So in the Tibetan tradition, one method is, every morning you do your practices, you do your prostrations, and so on, and then you sit down and you imagine to be in the presence of Jesus, the Dalai Lama, or whatever it is for you, or a light, or it can be anyone. It can be your grandfather if he has brought these qualities of love and wisdom into your life. And positive talk, positive mental dialogue. And again, not as it's not about fighting the negative talk. Yeah. So we just leave it. Yeah. But then we bring some positive mental talk into the foreground. And in the Tibetan tradition, that's called mantra. Mantra means protecting the mind. So with mantra, we protect the mind from what? From compulsive negative thinking. And that could be like Sanskrit, Om Mani Padme Hum, or something like that. But it could be also something which you find yourself. For example, relax, dear. It's good enough. Yeah? So relax, dear. It's good enough. Or something else which you hear somewhere, or you read, or like a slogan, something which makes sense to you, and which at that moment in your life you feel the healing potential of a certain sentence, and then you can combine it with the breath. For example, relax, dear. It's good enough. Relax, dear. It's good enough. Yeah? And then and then experiment. Try different things. If something does not work, try something else. Yeah. And then you will find that some of the methods they work, but they work only a certain time, because your mind gets bored, or and then you look for something else. Don't give up. Okay, let's have a break.